Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout for Lottie Loves Paper. I'm still using the beautiful Cocoa Vanilla Daydream collection, and today I have a mixed media layout for you. So basically I'm pretty much running out of paper. I've got very little left. I was just going to create a layout with my photo being the focal point and then some mixed media in the background with embellishments around the photo. So that's my plan. So I've pulled out my Shimmerz paints, so I have quite a few of these. This is actually the August Shimmerz Color Kit. So I have 5 colors of Shimmerz that I'm using. I'm just putting on the and basically it is unbelievable how well it matches the Cocoa Vanilla Daydream collection. It's like they were made for each other, and really Cocoa Vanilla is not stocked as much in the US as it is in the UK, so I think it was a happy accident, certainly a happy accident for me, yeah, these 5 colours were literally perfect. So we have the yellow one, which is Glorious Day and a spray. Then we have the lightish pink, which is Vibes and is called Pop Art Pink. Then the darker pink is a creamies and it's called Trippin in the Tropics. And then the green is called Bamboo Leaf, and that's a spray too. And then the blue one I'm just about to put on there is a Shimmerz original paint and it's called Slow Ocean. That's a really lovely colour. And now look what I just did. So I've just done all of that lovely mixed media, and then I've gone and somehow knocked my packaging into the side of my layout. So not only have I just ruined my background sheet, I've also got it on my layout in that bottom right corner. There was no paint designed to be there, definitely not. I was not supposed to have any paint there whatsoever. So anyway, I have to rescue that later on. You'll see what I do later. But yeah, you can see what I'm trying to achieve. I'm trying to achieve blocks of colour of all of the 5 colours from this colour kit that happen to match the Cocoa Vanilla Daydream collection absolutely perfectly. So I've applied most of them directly onto the packaging and then turned it over, but some of the sprays, because they are runnier paints, I have sprayed directly onto the layout. I have more control that way, yeah, I just wanted to have more intense colour in some places. I'm now splattering some white paint all over my my background, my mixed media. It's going to blend in because the paint's still quite wet, but I'm happy with that. I wanted it to look like that. So in the end, once the layout's finished, you don't see a lot of it, to be fair, but I like the idea anyway. So okay, just dealing with my mishap here. So I've just cut out a small bit on the left hand side where the splodge was, and a mirrored bit over on the right hand side, but further up at the top, so they're kind of a diagonal line, so that works really well, and I'm really surprised at how good it looked, you know, having completely messed up the layout. That bit at the bottom, whoopsie daisy, but that just shows most mistakes like that are fixable, so don't worry if something like that happens, just carry on, and we'll fix it later. I always say there's no mistakes, only opportunities. So that was one, because I was going to not put any coloured bits on the side. Yeah, actually, now that I've done it, I really like how it looks. It just finishes the layout off by, it doesn't, so normally I like a border on my layouts, but I didn't have a whole sheet of paper to use to put a border on my layout on this occasion, so yeah, just that small amount of stripes gives some extra colour to the size of the layout, so that was a happy accident for me. Okay, so here I am now just trying to figure out what to do with this photo and that journaling card. I really love that journaling card. It's the rainbow paper, that wonderful rainbow paper that everyone loves. So I was trying to have it on show, but it just didn't really work, because the angle it needed to be, some of it ends up on show, but it just wasn't really working. So most of it's ended up being covered up. I wanted to kind of make a feature of it, but I didn't really have enough room, because the main feature of the layout needs to be the photo, doesn't it? So yeah. Anyway, today I am also trying to use up some of the word ephemera die cut titles from the collection, because we had a whole pack of those. They are lovely words, and lots of really lovely things, but I've only made about 6 or 7 layouts with this collection, and I still have tons of these left over. So I'm probably not going to use them all separately on individual layouts, so I thought I would put a whole bunch on one. So to describe my little boy, yeah, so I like it. I like how it looks. I like being able to use the words, and even though the word dream doesn't really describe him, but he is a bit of a dreamer, so that kind of works. So anyway, you can see that I have dotted a number of them around. I've also taken the word shine. That's a small one at the bottom. I've taken that from this sticker sheet, so it's not one of the ephemera word or die cut titles. It's a separate one, a sticker from the sticker sheet, but I've still raised it on foam pads. All of the rest of them I've also raised on foam pads, or I will do. Yeah, they're just all going to kind of be the feature on my layout, really, around my photo. The main focal point of the layout is my photo. Everything else surrounds that, and kind of draws the eye into looking at the photo. So yes, anyway, it's coming on. I've got the basic shape of the layout. I've got some fussy cut rainbows from the Rainbows paper, but also smaller ones from, I think, the cut apart sheet. So I'm really trying hard to embellish colour on colour. Now that's really hard when you have embellishments that have multiple colours on them. So I've kind of picked out the tones that they are mostly. So for example, over on the right hand side I've got green tones in there, greens and blues, so they can go over on the green and blue section. At the bottom I've got a real navy rainbow, plus I put a navy heart there later as well. That's because it's around the darkest section, but of course then that goes to the lightest section, the yellow. So it's not perfect, but it kind of works. I'm trying to keep similar colours in the similar areas, and it does give a nice effect, and I'm really happy with how the layout turned out. And I definitely do have a bit of tone on tone going on, even though it's not perfect, because they are multicoloured embellishments most of the time. So but it does work. Okay, so I'm carrying on adding and adding and adding. I'm just getting all of my rainbows stuck in place. So I'm just all of the rainbows, I think I've stuck the bottom edge with double-sided tape, and then on the top section of the rainbows I've added foam pads, and that's just so that they have some dimension. I've done that with the big rainbows and also the little ones too. Just because they're little doesn't mean they don't get treated like the adults. Yeah, they get the same treatment, just to give them dimension and to make them stand up and look good. So yeah, that's what I'm doing there, just getting all of those stuck in place. At the top I have a flare button that says choose joy. That's very kind of like pinky reddy colours, which is the top section. I've just added a green flag from the sticker sheets over on the green section. I've added a couple of leaves there as well from the ephemera, just adding in hearts as well from the sticker sheet. And no, I think they're all from the sticker sheet. No, maybe they're not, maybe they're ephemera. But whether they're stickers or ephemera, they've been raised up on foam pads, of course. And no matter how small they are, they get raised. The only time things don't get raised is if they really are too small for foam pads, and I'm well known for cutting my foam pads in half as well, so most things get raised. I should buy shares in the foam pad company that I use, really. Yeah, anyway, moving on, just adding some more hearts. I found a bigger heart sticker, so that went in at the top. That's a pale pink, so that went on the pink section but slightly above it, and then I decided at this point that I wanted to add some flowers, so I've got just a few flowers left over from fussy cutting, and I just thought I would pull out this one spray of flowers and tuck it behind my photo. So it's going between my photo and the rainbow journaling card, which is silly because I didn't want to cover up the journaling card, but I did it anyway. And it's really pretty. The flowers are gorgeous in this collection, aren't they? So I'm just putting them, there you go, I'm just shoving them under there. They didn't want to go because I'd already stuck it down, but I just about managed to get those all in place. Just sticking them down with some foam pads, of course, and that just gives an extra bit of detail to the left of my photo, an extra layer, an extra level, so more that equals more dimension. Okay, so just adding some word stickers now. I've got loved, beautiful, our happy place, and then at the bottom I'm going to add oh my stars, because he's a little superstar. He's also a bit of a pain, but he is a superstar too sometimes. And then over on the right I've added the word love, yeah, so that's kind of coming along. I can't be far off being done now, to be honest. Right, so just adding in some more hearts to that yellow section. So I've got the gold padded heart from the pack of padded hearts, and a yellow heart sticker as well that I've raised on foam pads. And now comes the great sequin sort. So this is a very mixed pack of sequins from the Daydream collection. So I'm just spending some time working out what sequins I can use on which section. So I don't want to just scatter my sequins anywhere after I've gone to the effort of doing kind of colour on colour. So I had to go through them and pull out some in the right tones. I didn't need loads, but just a few for each section. So I had a blue section, a yellow section, a pinky section, going to a darker pinky orangey section, and then the green and blue. So that's just literally, I've just gone through the sequins. I haven't sorted out the whole pack, but I've gone through them and pulled out a few for each section, and now I'm just getting those stuck in place. So you saw me sort them out, and now for each one I'm now picking them all up, and in theory I'm sprinkling them on the correct section. So I do like my sequins to be scattered. I like them to be stuck where they fall, but of course sometimes you do get some rogue ones that go in the wrong place, so they do have to be moved. But generally I like a natural look for my sequins rather than specifically placed. I don't want them to be too uniform. I do want them to be scattered, but they do sometimes scatter in the wrong place, so then I have to obviously sort those out. Don't tell anyone, but generally I'm a fan of the scattered look. Okay, so just getting those stuck in place, nearly stuck down. Just shake the layout there to make sure there's no loose ones. And now I'm coming in a bit late with some gold thread. Now I should have added this ages ago, but I do tend to tuck the threads in once I'm nearly done. So rather than doing it at the time that I'm building the cluster, I do tend to pretty much finish everything and then tuck the gold twiddles in. So that is what I've done there as well, so no exceptions. And I think that's me done. So I hope you enjoyed this layout. It's a bit of a mixed media layout today, really. I haven't done any, I don't think, mixed media layouts with Cocoa Vanilla Daydream yet, so it was nice to do, and I had the perfect colours, so definitely good. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. That was Nikki Rowland for Lottie Loves Paper.